Hello there, thank you for joining us once again. My name is Matt with the National Tile Contractors Association. The NTCA is talking about safety, and there's a lot of different aspects to safety when it comes to working within the tile industry. I'm talking about something called engineered controlled devices. And these are all tools that are used to help reduce that exposure to silica, and there's a couple different ways that these tools work. Most of them using either a vacuum, a HEPA vacuum, or water. And so we're gonna play with some of those tools here in just a minute. What you got over here, Mark?
Well, Matt, we've got a whole variety of tools. Some of these they're all designed as engineered controlled devices. So they're tools that are designed to specially suck the dust out as we're creating it so we don't breathe it. And if you remember from this morning, they're designed by the company to meet the OSHA Airborne Respirable Silica regulation. So they are 90% or more efficient at doing the job they were designed to do. What is the job that you have in store next for us?
So I'm gonna cut into this concrete block right here.
Okay.
So you could cut tile with it, that's one thing. And if you were here about an hour ago, we were just talking about diamond blades. So we can cut concrete with this tool, we can cut ceramic, porcelain. We have a variety of things that we can cut using this engineered control device. This dust shroud, thank you, this dust shroud will keep us safe from breathing that silica dust. So all the PPE on here. So this will drop up and down. You can set the depth. I like to leave that loose so I can control that dust as much as possible, allowing the dust to go through the hose. So I'm gonna hold it away from the concrete block, turn the vacuum on, and then we'll see. Here we go.
So if you remember, I said the manufacturer made these so they were 90% or more effective. We saw a couple little puffs of dust, but that was, this has been tested in the manufacturer's laboratory where they make these. They have air sampling devices to make sure that they're producing or not producing too much dust. And this one falls within the standard. How did that work for you, Matt?
I'm happy with that, and I'm not spending a ton of time cutting. I'm just giving a quick example of how these tools operate. Let's take a look at a completely different type of tool. We've got multiple versions of saws up here, but sometimes in the tile industry, we got to do some drilling, we got to grind some concrete, right? We got all kinds of tasks that we have to do within the tile industry.
Absolutely, we're always putting molly bolts or whatever, tapcons.
Could be anything like that. Yep. So same type of thing. I've got this handle with a dust shroud, and then on the end, my vacuum hose comes all the way down here. And what I like about this tool, Mark, is that some
show everybody we have a drill bit in there, right?
Yeah, there's a drill bit in there. And it's spring loaded, but I've seen some tools and the placement of the vacuum might be further up in the dust shroud. Does that make sense? So I like that the vacuum port is all the way here at the source of the dust. So I'm going to go ahead .
Okay, so all of you know, I'm sure all of you have drilled a hole like that, and I've done it myself without the dust attachment. You get dust everywhere, right? What a great job did that do. Well worth, I'm sure, well worth the price of admission on that tool.
Mark, years ago I had to work on a job where we had to drill hundreds of these holes.
Sure.
And we drilled all the holes and we got the dust flying everywhere, right? We didn't know any better.
Right.
Didn't have the benefit of this week and this class that we have today. But then what the boss man gave us was an air compressor and an air hose. But you got to blow out those holes after they're drilled too. So we get another big cloud of that silica dust right in our face to clean out the hole. So I like that the vacuum is also helping after that drill bit is removed. It's also sucking out that last little bit of dust. so that we can put a Tapcon or epoxy a bolt in that hole.
Just occurred to me there's another benefit. I don't have to go back with the vacuum again and suck it out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's great. Yeah.